Hello, boys and girls. It's me, Yoshi here, welcoming you back to my 100% fine playthrough of Hot Wheels Unleashed for Nintendo Switch, where in the last video, we went on we became Secret Hunter Yoshi, basically, and went around hunting all the secrets. I showed you how to get all the tricky ones. I made sure to watch a guide a whole bunch, and I basically just did a Suzuka route. And it's led us to this tough opponents challenge we now have to do. And then, once we do this, we're gonna get the bus, finally, and then we're going to use that. I'm probably not going to favor it, because although it looks cool, it's not really fast. It's probably not a really slow car, and I'm definitely saving my gears to upgrade it for that reason, so we can get it up to the max soon as possible. As for the other cars, I already have them made as much as I can, so I don't plan on really doing anything else. But we probably will be doing on like I mentioned before. Just so I mentioned, yes, I am playing on easy, and go really, even if some other cars, even on easy, and still win most of the races. Probably, I think the developers don't really think about the difficulties. Maybe if they thought a bit more into that, they would have been a lot more challenging. It's been more manageable. Why, in almost any other game, medium's only somewhat challenging, not super hard. Mario Kart out at course being 100cc, it does get a little That's right, this loop never ends. We're in the never-ending loop. Super one circle we want to try and stay in the middle here. Then again, I've already played so many cards, I'm not sure about my story else. To be fair, the other game, was just came out, so I was trying to like figure out what to do. Don't worry, Mario Kart World will at least be interesting. So far, I've heard nothing but good things about Mario Kart. I hope there's a lot of stuff to collect, though. I am going to watch people so that's going to be pretty tough. Doing something else that you probably aren't really expecting. It's literally just 3 oops in a row, and we've still done so much that if we fast enough, I just get seriously scared. Ah! Did not need to flip there for no reason. Wherever my car didn't need to obviously. You guys just say, hey, it's done sometimes. So that one I probably need to break. By the way, there are some other probably fine. So we can figure out a specific rule we're trying to have left. Overpack on track. They say. It's a lot of that. Alright, we made it through. That was still pretty simple for the most part. Again, uneasy, all the races are kind of a joke. But again, that's what this game is like, I guess. Now we get our school bus over here. Hot Wheels school bus acquired. Now we just need to use it at the very first race of the game. Doesn't really have any indication for this. You only really found out a little bit red. Okay, so we need to use this then. Looking for the one that says gift vehicles and it's gifted to us. Alright, here we go. Oh wow. Guess I better read it briefly. Collection. Let me guess, like speed goes up when you use this? Yeah, perfect. Not sure this is a good extra item, but whatever. At least it's not empty in speed now. Oh yeah, if you thought the other challenge was interesting, well, now we get one of the slowest vehicles in the game and we're asked to beat the very first mission with it. Thankfully it is just the first mission. It's pretty easy already, but it becomes a little bit interesting when we have to do it with the even slower car. Again, I urge you folks, never do this challenge on medium or hard. You will probably never win. This car is just way too slow lever-wise. But on easy, it can very well manage itself. It makes it more of a challenge. It does at least look cool, so much. Well, a lot of these special cars look kind of cool, but that's kind of their point. Not really made for going through. Yeah, even like on it seems like we're only just barely passing them on this. Need to be very cautious about it. Bus. I just realized the look of this. So I know now. This car is so very slow that it's only just barely faster than the CI drivers. So yeah, doing this on medium and hard, yeah, it's probably not good. I think it's physically impossible to win this race on medium or high with this particular car. If somebody wants to do it, you can try, but it's probably not going to win. Find something here to do it. if you are going to try and win a race on like hard or music though, and just like it's a lot of it still has its parts here and there, but it's easily enough to learn that it's not that bad. This is why they call it the journey begins. Thankfully, it still doesn't take that long. Without slow bus, so definitely could and not recommend this for any difficulty articles. It's also probably very terrible for time trials. Yes, the advantage of what they have is because it's so heavy, you don't really flip much at all. Time you can really flip it. Of course, it also makes it much harder if it's used on any but like the standard tracks. But it's not there. Well, whatever. We want it. Thankfully, they do only make you do the first race with this. It'd be so hard otherwise. Alright, I'm gonna remove this for favorites now that it's done, so we don't have to see this weird car ever again. And we get 442 as a secret car for getting all the secrets unlocked. And now for the interesting part. Remember the time trials I talked about? Well, now it's time to do Time Trial Mania, as I'm going to call it. I will admit, though, this is rather harder than the Mario Kart Time Trials by a long shot. It's gonna be some of the hardest tracks ever, and pretty soon, following this loop, we're gonna do all 5 of the hardest time trials back to back. I think just clearing these could be hard enough on their own, so we'll see. This is also a pretty late one, since you don't unlock it until pretty much the very end of the game, so figures it makes this do vertical. This one is a really on track. Probably very hard to optimize, so here we go. Yeah, the tracks are definitely getting longer, and they're also getting very hard now as we go. From here, we're probably just gonna focus on the top and just kind of make our way down from here, but focus on the time trials first if we can. We did just do vertical earlier. The last video, so we should be going on quite this is what I was probably going to want to do. Yeah, I think I've done this once before. I remember at least going instinctively going on the side like that. Vertical is probably going to be very difficult to pass things around. Can't even eat the ribbon, just kind of totally walking around it. Here we go. The fact that there's so many non-edges on this track is really intimidating, you know? Alien edges, make one mistake and just have it all down. Yep, slowly drift there. Not fast. I'm trying to go fast. Straight turn I don't like. That throws me off almost everything. Now when we might have to actually slow down, change our car midair. It's too hard to do car midair. The game does include a bouncing mechanic. You're probably supposed to use that. I know in some later tracks, it gets so awkward to the point where we have to basically go everywhere, keep a constant boost going. No, actually, it's pretty easy. We had 3 seconds to spare. Even with those small mistakes, the unleashed time is pretty easy. What the heck? This is unlocked from the last secret in the game. Why was it so easy? I guess it was kind of annoying, but like, of how we did that first try, no problem. But okay, this is that crazy. Okay, we got style at least. That. Oh yeah, I think oh yeah, no wait, this is the newest one I did. I thought it was like, this was one I did before. Alright, now we get to do the last 5 time trials of the game, at least the last ones you would unlock in a normal save file. All 5 are back to back. These might be tricky or easy, we don't know yet. I think these are going to be on some of the harder tracks in the game though, so now we're going to go to a bridge overtakes. Now again, if we mess up on the turn setup, but miss the normal time and unleash time, it does let us continue until we get it. Basically, to keep hot lapping. In my case, it would be 3 laps, and if we mess up, you'd have to do the whole thing over again. So at least we have that advantage going for us. Oh man, I even remember this track. I didn't realize those time trials we did before. I think we have to nail those same times basically again, but I think there might be even tighter. This one I know I do like a weird trick, so if you like jump trick just right, your car can actually make it onto the track, so that probably will not be cool, but like, if you lift it up and then just kind of slam it back down, you can make it to the top part even though you're not supposed to be up there. Probably gonna be on the toughest tracks. Jump. And boost here. For some reason this section was really slow. I feel like without boost. Son, you just kind of move your car downwards so that your drift shaft is just barely. Looks like you're shitting crap, but just barely works. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, this is the normal time. Oh my god, yo. Weren't kidding when they said that isn't easy. To be fair, I lost over 3 minutes in that section alone. I knew that didn't deserve the normal time, so we're gonna have to try a little bit harder than that. Honestly, that trick that I did was pretty tough. I could have reset probably. It's actually better not to reset on this track, because more often than not, you can't really take the fast drive kind of first, but then when you go like this, you'll be able to make it pretty free every time. It's annoying that the track purposely ends up with 2 different designs. It makes the time trial easier probably to get. Slightly out myself from here, I should probably be fine this time around. It's one thing I could say about the last times, you definitely cannot miss the checkpoints. I'll probably force you to do the lap, do an extra lap to make up for it. Looks like it conveniently says that the setup we can use on lap 2. So we can open those ones. I think they purposely said that so that we can get second lap that actually have everything lined up. I'm really far to the end and it still didn't work. There's one thing I could say about these last jobs is you pretty much have to boost everywhere. Think about where your boost timing is and just try to go for it most of the time. Like, that was tight for just the normal time. I don't know how to go out of this place, but this one might have to just use a faster car. This time we might have to start considering looking at a different car that has a higher top speed. I don't think the number went up there. Seems to only matter if you get the Unleashed time. So if you want to get full 100%, we have to actually beat the Unleashed time. But just getting the normal times is annoying enough. So these are the tracks where, because of that, not only do you have to perfect the jumps, but you have to know when this, avoid stupid mechanics happening, and literally boost abuse everywhere. Find ways to like stunt each other, boost into turns even, do lots of weird things you have to do. All the while pretty much having to be flawless too, although that I did, that was a cross, I hit a thing there, so we pretty much can't hit any obstacles either. That's why we need with a fast car. I don't like about trying to go for these time trials with the Snyder, because they often always fire at the brand, so it's probably one of the worst. Like, you preemptively need to know where it's gonna fire somehow. That way, boost through them instead. Didn't have it this far. Probably not even beating the normal time. I can see now why people do not like this game in terms of kind of percent. Like, even just trying to beat the normal time trials is freaking annoying. You have to optimize really everything before you respawn. But let's just restart that. That was such a bad map. We need to restart it immediately. Now we know what we're up against. We're gonna have to restart if any respawns happen. As I say, you just lose so much time in the respawn, you cannot get the time done. So yeah. I did try to warn you guys that this game was mostly going to be time travel oriented in terms of difficulty. And yo, the hardest time trials in the game, one of the hardest tracks by far. You can actually, it's not that we're done. It's not like we can not more of any mistakes anymore. It's just, we have to be somewhat. We can't make super big mistakes and have us lose a bunch of time because we're just gonna not make it all the time. I'm gonna save my boost for this fight. It's coming up now. Oh, double boost. Barely made it. So he tried to troll me again. He was ready. He forgot to use the big boost until double boost hit. Like there is only one though. I thought there was gonna be another one, but there isn't. It's in a random mode here, but there's two. Yeah, if you guys are phobic, they might wanna take away from it. At least that's gonna stop me from playing more. Because we were faster at time, the snake was in a different position than the snake. Drifting through that seems to work the best. Ooh, barely made it actually. Just making the normal time is tricky. I don't know how one even gets the unleashed time on this. Those ones I might just have to straight up look up a guide for, I'll say. Unleashed time really was made impossible for a reason or another. Yeah, and it doesn't update the progress. So that means we have to actually beat all the full time trials if we want to get this done. Good grief. I don't know how we're gonna do these. Now, imagine if I was still doing the unleashed time set, I wouldn't even make it past the first round. I'd just keep resetting indefinitely, and then God, how do I find free extra seconds of time save? Probably just need to use a faster car, I guess. That's what I would guess I need. Simply just need a car that can hit a lot higher of a speed cap. I got no my biggest worry is how much speed I need if I do lose it. Right, super over that again. It'd be easiest to just do stuff on the final. these ones we're probably gonna have to just cut the edges of each turn now. Very edges of the map. Here. Trying to be somewhat quick at the very least. And also drifting and bringing it down there. Moving left. For the effort of just trying to get as much boost as we can. Well, that was at least one try on the normal time, so we could focus on getting good trial time later. That was probably going to be easier, the two ones to at least do normally. I still don't know how I'm gonna do the end of these times. That's ridiculous. As that doesn't count as a high percent until you get the star on it by beating the ultimate time. Oh, this one? Wow. Normal time 120, negative unleash time 119. What the heck is that? Gravy. How in the world are we gonna do this one? Applied gravity. Seems like this one's gonna be pretty tough. As you can see, though, clearly, yeah, I do want to do as many of these time trials as I can, because if I could get them all done in this video, and also the other ones, I will have to do them later. And I think when I'm done with that, I'll probably do the hard races next. Of course, for your own sanity, I'm not showing you guys constantly attempting the unleash times. We're just trying to beat the beam now like a normal one. This means just beating each time trial and then at least once to get to trying to get we'll still probably get some of these. Not the same. This game is one of the harder How in the world are we going to do this? I wonder. We may have to actually do a setup. Probably should have just done it. Okay, so you're probably wondering why I didn't restart. Well, that's because for some of these tighter times, there's yet another trick you can do to optimize the time setup. And that's what I am nicknaming it setup. In addition to having to spam drifting just to get all the time we can out of the track, we also have to do what's called a preemptive drift stop, because as you might have noticed, the timer doesn't actually start until we get to the end of the track. So we can do basically a throwaway lap and not do anything else. Probably just survive. Take one out. Boost very limitedly in this lap, do only a few specific things, and then after we get to the end, we very much have to do what's called the setup lap. This is probably an important tip you should learn. But not only that, like, it's probably better having this. As a result, this map is purposely going to be a bit slower, but the idea is you want to save your boost and then just use like a double chain boost ideally. I don't think I did it right there, but like you can use a double boost chain going into the second lap, and by doing this you can get a massive start on everybody. Alright, this time I'm gonna just keep restarting the lap. I can't have that in my run. I've literally failed that freaking turn every single freaking time. It's so freaking annoying to get right. By the way, you do not have to restart when you finish. If you're a little worried this is the upper way you can do a double start, just to just mash your buttons that you used to and start. Of course, this car is a little bit disadvantageable for this track. It doesn't have the best boost side line. It's already pretty slow and not the best top speed, so we may want to actually get a different boost. The problem is I don't know which one's faster yet. I might have that. Here. There we go. Lily had to solve that problem we just solved just about. Yeah, we just want the normal time. Just getting the normal time is super hard without losing. Making sure not to hit any of those things. I'm probably gonna already have to reset. So I guess this is the really hard run of the bunch. So we went from the easiest run to now we have like literally the hardest single one where we simply cannot make a mistake. I'm gonna wait a bit. This is gonna be a bit there. No, I'm something better. It's kind of weird because getting the normal pace we have already was kind of tight. Now we are expected to do it even faster. Craziness are you asking for this time, game? I think this is the part where everybody probably just gave up. It's like, no, I'm not ever percenting this. I will show you that it is indeed possible. You just need to be very efficient when you're driving. Exactly what you do in each section. Seems to be slowly everywhere. It's insane. We pretty much cannot hit any obstacles, but we also need to make sure we missed everywhere and be fast. I almost hit the obstacle there. Dude, this is so incredibly tight, and I didn't even beat my normal time. Now I'm starting to think this might be impossible. I thought the other time was impossible, but what's so annoying is it's like, this one I'm like 2 seconds off. How am I going to get 2 seconds back? That's why I don't like this. Maybe I just have to get one. If you haven't noticed already, I have been doing kind of a weird break strat. I guess the only way to really do this track is to just go in for the best. Fine. So I don't want to reset this track. I'm probably better off just... It's kind of weird, because if you're drifting, you're losing speed, but if you're not drifting, you're not getting speed. It's like, which one do you do? Probably just drift this to everywhere. Probably for the first bit, I cannot obviously hit him. Respawn like an idiot. I think that turn is like the worst turn ever. I feel like if they removed that turn, it would be so much easier to do this. Well, stopping it from this so we can double boost going into the next lap. We're gonna lose like probably like 5 or 10 cents more. So I think we need to be like 110 going into that. Lily just had to brake for like a split second there. Whatever, it's not optimal, but I don't care. I can never do that correctly at full speed anyway. Lily, I'm not gonna gank it again. Alright, this will be right back. Okay, so, funnily enough, it didn't take me long. I looked around, trying to see if there was a car that could not fail at the turn setup, and then I stumbled across this thing, the Clone Guy Jisso. I thought I had it all, but it turns out this car is actually better for time trials. So, from here on out, at least for this, but probably also for the other time trials, depending on the setup, we're gonna use this big bad boy. It's basically, like an F1 car, but in this game. Unlike the other cars, it is way frickin' faster, so it should hopefully make getting this time trial way easier. Because, before we were having extreme troubles on the track. So this is gonna be our first time using this, and it still has the good handling of the other car. Except it's even faster now. So, you'll probably see this car fly fast. I'll say. Only a disadvantage it has with the brakes, but that's like a minor inconvenience. So now we're going to do our last series of attempts with just this instead, because it is way faster. It should hopefully work a lot better. Only full worry is this. Probably get some used to. It's going to take some getting used to, but they'll very much be faster than any of the other cars you have. It's not really the best setup in terms of but it's fine, honestly. The corner is very good too, like I said. It's like an F1 car, so the corner is pretty decent as well. Anyway, so this time trial definitely pushed me to the limit. In addition to being very serious time-wise, it's pushed me enough to the point where I literally had to up-boost this car to be on the highest tier in order to stand a chance. That was a fail lap. You didn't get to see that. Of course, we still have to get past that freaking awful turn setup. I believe the time will be a little less tight, although it's still a less time. So the big difference here is, obviously this game is very speed, so it's going to be a lot better for these time trials. Only annoying part is we'll have to probably slow down on that thing. Still better than what they would have done otherwise. The fact that you have to either brake or slow down on that part entirely really slow. Literally takes my foot on that part I can never get a perfect lap on this. going even slower somehow. Alright, you know what? I don't want to cheat this, but also get stuck on this forever. So, yeah, I'm pulling the classics up. I'm gonna be right back when I finally stop failing this lap. Bye. Alrighty, boys. We discovered a little secret that we were messing up, and people are probably going to be messing in the comment section about it, but yeah, I figured it out. So now we're going to try this again, but this time we're going to show off something completely different. We are going to need to use the fast bake tree. Take your time on certain parts of this track. Also a good idea. Anyways, in this part, we do not want to boost no on this because we need to do a very meticulous setup here. So, what I'm going to do is this. Don't think that way, right? Alright, so, you kind of saw that, in case you haven't noticed, the game tries to say up we missed a checkpoint, but in reality we didn't. So by using just right, you can skip a whole big section of track and just save a whole ton of time. Apparently, if you do not do this, this may be the hardest time trial to do in the game. So once you know the secret, it is the easiest time trial in the game. I'm sure the developers did not think of this when they were first filing this out, but now whatever. The only thing you really need is just make sure you take your time on this part. You need to there we go. So that's what it's supposed to look like. So it initially appeared like we missed the track, but yeah, we literally just skipped like 10 minutes of track, yeah. We literally saved 10 minutes of going around the long room. All of a sudden, now have a massive advantage going into this. In fact, I am going to probably start experimenting on our track now that I've seen this. Because, like, before this loop, I thought this was the most single impossible time. And now all of a sudden we did it instantly. Gosh, wish I had learned that sooner. There's probably other shortcuts I don't know about. Most of the times are still fairly easy to hit without it, but anyways, we finally made it out of that nightmare. Because we did the shortcut, we also made that turn pretty easily, so there you have it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Car Eats the Sky, and I'll see you guys in the next video where we're gonna try to do more of the town trials. We'll try to do the shortcuts maybe this time. Till then, see you guys later. Bye.